is Angel and I'm a painter. And I've been in an art rut recently. So I decided to paint these yellow flowers I bought from the store that surprisingly made me happy. This is the first time that I bought flowers for myself, which feels weird and nice at the same time. I guess it felt weird because I didn't know I deserve flowers even without an occasion. We usually receive flowers if it's our birthday or a celebration of some sort, like graduating or achieving something. And probably most men never receive flowers on their birthday, which is quite sad. But I bought this on a random weekday. I went outside to breathe some fresh air, to take a break from my work, and I saw a bunch of them in the store. It really caught my attention, I guess, because from where I live, I don't see a lot of living things often besides humans. And somehow it reminded me that being surrounded by parts of nature makes me feel warm on the inside. And surprisingly, I thought this warm feeling would last for only a few hours after I bought them, but it lasted for more than 3 days. I put these flowers in my glass vase on a table, and whenever I wake up and before I go to bed, I see them. Some people don't like flowers since they will just die within a few days, but I do know they're gonna wither after. That's why I tried to take a photo of it. And guess what? The photos turned out great. So great, I decided I wanted to paint it. I mentioned earlier I have been in an art rut and I wanted to paint, but I don't know what to paint. I was losing motivation to paint anything really. But earlier I noticed that the subjects that interest me are the things that make me happy, like my cat. And my cat. And now flowers. Maybe there's something more, like my other plant, who knows. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this process of how I created my yellow roses painting. Nothing fancy, just my old acrylic paints and a piece of paper. From the reference photo, you could see that I tried to refrain from the original colors, but the challenge is staying true to the values where the shadow is still the darkest and the highlights are the brightest out of all the value family. In the shadow area, you want to cluster them as a whole, like a group, instead of working it intricately in separate. Our mind has a way to interpret simple shapes into complex ones already. My favorite part of this process is finally working on the lightest values. It reminds me that the shadows and the middle values I've been working from the beginning, even if they look confusing, were worth it in the end. One thing new I added to my process is adding textures, or at least trying to mimic the textures I see in the photo. On this part, the vase is placed on a sofa, so I wanted to create a thread effect by painting strikes of lines vertically. This also sealed the foreground. It felt like it was more 3D compared to the previous version of it. Before I show you the finished piece, I hope this video helped you appreciate the small things in life. Until to my next art vlog, and I'll see you soon.